Graham McDowell, the winner of the US Open, has spoken out against the decision made by the PGA Tour to ban some of the biggest names in golf, including Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson, for their participation in the first Saudi-funded golf league in London. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at why the PGA CEO just banned all the big-name golfers for signing with the LIV Tour. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. As a result of the announcement, players who have committed to playing in the contentious LIV Golf Invitational Series, which is directed by the illustrious Australian golfer Greg Norman, will no longer be qualified to take part in PGA Tour competitions. At this time, it is not known whether or not the players will ever be permitted to participate in PGA Tour competitions again. A short time after players teed off at the $35 million tournament, which is the richest in the history of the sport, at Centurion Club, approximately 40 kilometers outside of London, the decision to impose the sanctions was announced. The series finally began in front of mediocre crowds after months of controversy, and it was plagued by scandal due to its links to so-called sports washing from the Saudi regime, which has drawn intense criticism over human rights abuses. However, the crowds were not the only source of controversy surrounding the series. In addition to this, there was a scandal that surrounded the crowds. The total prize pool for each competition is $25 million and the winner of the tournament will receive an additional $4 million in prize money. The Players' Championship has a prize pool that is worth a total of $20 million, making it the most lucrative tournament on the PGA Tour. The winner of the Canadian Open, which is taking place this week and features 5 of the top 10 players in the world, will receive a prize worth of a combined total $8.7 million. In an open letter to the players, PGA Commissioner Jay Monahan said the players had made their choice for their own financial-based reasons. They can't demand the same PGA Tour membership benefits, considerations, opportunities, and platform as you. The expectation disrespects you, our fans, and our partners, he wrote. We have followed the tournament regulations from start to finish in responding to those players who have decided to turn their backs on the PGA Tour by willfully violating a regulation. He predicted that the same result would be in store for all of the other players who took part in the upcoming Saudi Golf League competitions. If players had resigned from the tour prior to the first Rebel event, they would not have been permitted to play in the PGA Tour events as a non-member by obtaining a sponsor exemption. Instead, they would have been barred from doing so entirely. There were 10 players who had announced their departure from the PGA Tour, and Johnson and Sergio Garcia were 2 of those players. Mickelson, who has won 45 PGA Tour titles, has not been granted lifetime membership despite being eligible for it. Because of the ban, the international team will not be able to compete in the President's Cup, which is a competition that determines eligibility based on a team's standing in the overall world rankings. The USGA has already stated that players who are eligible can still compete in the US Open the following week, even though there was a delay in the start of the tournament. The PGA Tour is not responsible for the organization of the major tournaments. In response to the announcement, LIV Golf responded by referring to it as vindictive and divisive. This certainly is not the last word on this topic. The era of free agency is beginning as we are proud to have a full field of players joining us in London and beyond, organizers said in a statement. After the first round, McDowell gave an interview in which he stated that the decision made by the PGA was not healthy for the sport. We're here because we believe we're independent contractors and we should be allowed to compete and play where we want to all over the world, he said. But we're in the midst of a competitive threat. We have a compelling option, which is not agreeable by the big tours in the world. We have a situation, so it's disappointing. McDowell, who made headlines on Tuesday when he said that he was proud to assist Saudi Arabia on its journey, resigned from the PGA Tour half an hour before the start of the tournament. I wanted to keep the moral high ground and remain a member because I really didn't feel like I needed to resign, nor that I should resign, he said, adding that he had done so out of an abundance of caution because I feel it puts me in a less litigious situation. Garcia, a previous winner of the Masters, stated that he didn't want to get into legal battles before the tournament and consequently resigned his membership in the PGA. According to Norman, the killing of Khashoggi was merely a mistake. I'm very happy to be here for many reasons. It's going to allow me to do what I love, which is playing golf, he said. After the event, Mickelson told reporters that the historic day for the sport was awfully fun, but he refused to discuss the PGA ban. The people were terrific, and it was fun to hit some good shots and get into a competitive frame of mind again. I really enjoyed it, he said. Anything regarding PGA Tour matters, I'm not ready to discuss it publicly at this time. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.